Boom, boom. Second of phase 2, the 2 and the 2. This is a quick video. I'm giving you my recommendation for how to expand your peripheral vision and how to get into the zone. A lot of exercises that you might see, research, or read about on how to see or detect a person's aura will recommend that a person stand about a foot or so in front of a very plain white background. And of course, those of you that took the opportunity to read, yes, I know, it took a little effort, to read the document that I sent to you, we talk about the scientific parts of what our eyes do, perceptions, photoreceptors, after image, contrast effects, burn in, burn out, retinal fatigue, you name it, even vitreous floaters. But once you kind of learn what the eye does, how the eye works, then you just erase all that junk. It's important to know so that if you're seeing things and beginning to pass out, you don't have a retinal detachment or something. But in order to see auras, the best thing to do is just to take a deep breath. Get comfortable, get in an area where you're not going to be terribly distracted. And for me, I'm going to move my head and you're going to see one of the tricks of my trade. You see that guy right there? That is my black dot, as I call it, and I have them over almost every doorway in my house. I cut out of black felt or velvet if you're fancy, or you can just use black construction paper, preferably something matte and not glossy. You want it to be completely absorbent of the light. Black marker, cut a circle, tape it up there. And then what I do is I just sit back and I do some breathing exercises. You can do circular breathing, you can do square breathing, you can just count in, count out. We like to oxygenate our brain, right? Get a little bit of that high going in your nose, out your mouth, deep breaths using your diaphragm, yada yada. But loosen your shoulders. Most of us are visual. You can visualize the positive energy coming in and the negative going out. Do whatever feels natural. There's no right or wrong way to breathe, okay? we do it. But just get comfortable. We talked about grounding in phase 1. If you have a grounding exercise, do it. But once you get your black dot up, look at your black dot. Continue breathing and really stare at the dot, but then take in your peripheral, meaning that you see the black dot and you're focused on the black dot. But then you say, okay, I can see the TV over here and the door over here. And you expand it. You can even use your hands like this if you want and expand them out, and you say, okay, I can see my hands. I'm still looking at the black dot and I can see the black dot, but I'm also looking at my hands over here. I can almost get my hands all the way behind me, like behind my ears. I shouldn't be able to see that, but I can. And you widen your gaze. You just take in the peripherals, right? Marines are taught how to do this automatically. You go into Waffle House, you know where all the exits are. You know everything that's going on in the room. You know all of your distractions. But you're calm, and you're staring at the black dot. And you just do this, and you kind of just let it wave through you, and you just keep noting the world around you, the environment. So you're focused, but you don't have tunnel vision, right? You're taking in everything, this big, big scope. And eventually, as you're watching the dot, we're not going to have burnout. You will if you move your gaze like that. But if you stare long enough, it could take 1 minute, it could take 30 seconds, it could take 32 minutes. I don't know. It's individualized. But you're going to start to see some shimmering around the black dot. You're going to see an energy, an aura expand. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to move a little bit and it's going to grow. And you're going to blink and go, holy cow, what am I seeing? You're going to look away, you'll see the black dot, you're going to see that burnout, that retinal fatigue. No way. Go back, focus, widen the peripheral, take some deep breaths. But sure enough, you see the black dot. You start to see white expand around it. You begin to see this energy. It's pretty cool. And you can do that with any object. And in the next exercise, we're going to do it with a person. You can do it with the pictures I sent you. If you're just starting out seeing auras, sometimes it's preferable to have like a black dot against a white background, or the participant in front of just a plain background. The more bright or white, the better, because it seems to be easier to see the visual colors come through. And some of the pictures that we have for our survey, it's kind of difficult. People are standing out in a natural environment. There's trees behind them. There's opportunity for pareidolia to take effect, for you to start to see things in and around them. It takes a lot of practice to learn not to be distracted. And part of that is learning to expand your peripheral and lower your frequencies, kind of get into that delta, if you will, and just relax. Don't be distracted. Take it all in. I hope that you'll try this exercise. I use the black dot all the time just for calming and for meditation, but also when you get into this better state of mind, it's better for studying, reading, visualizing, being creative, but also for seeing auras. So hopefully you will be cutting construction paper shortly, putting your dot up on the wall, creeping all your roommates out, but also beginning to see auras one step at a time.